Hey guys, welcome back. For those of you that have been following me since the first video, thank you, and again, welcome back. For those of you that are just joining in for the first time, my name is JP, also known as Boosted J. I'm the owner of the 2015 Honda Accord. So the last video, pretty much, it was just like a fun-filled day. Went out and hung out with the guys from P2R Racing. Had a surprise visit by Honda Pro Jason. Got to hang out, talk a little bit, and obviously, as some of you seen in the last video, he took it out for a ride, and it was fun. It was a really great day, and I also received my clutch and my flywheel. So it kind of brings us to this video, which is getting the old motor out, and then we'll move into obviously switching some parts over and stuff like that, installing the new flywheel and the clutch, and just pretty much get the new motor buttoned up with a couple things and get it installed. So today's video more or less will be just on the removal side of it. This will be a part 1 of 2, and then the next part will be installing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna share the videos with you as I tried to piece it into step variation, sort of say. Just kind of give you a little I don't want to say a precise step-by-step, but we'll say a quick step-by-step kind of guide of where you should start on this platform as far as disassembling to get it ready to remove the motor. If you like what you see in the video, please give me the thumbs up. If you like what's going on with my page and stuff like that, hit the subscribe button to keep up to date on any of the updated videos that I'll be posting. If there's anything in particular you would like to see, by all means, leave it in the messages. My email is on here too. If you have some questions, feel free to email me and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Share it with your friends, share it on the page. I appreciate all of it, and I appreciate the continued support. So furthermore, let's go ahead and move on. This is it. Just before the breakdown. Alrighty, as you can see, this is the counter shaft. I got that cover off, and then I also got the bolts out that actually hold this little spindle to the block. I went ahead, I pulled that little dust cover off that actually bolts to the training and up to the oil pan, because you're gonna have to take that apart anyway when you get ready to separate the transmission from the motor anyway. I went ahead and pulled the 210s out of here, and that's your oil level sensor right in the pan. You can leave that in, or you just need to unplug it. So that's this guy right here. So that literally just plugged into that. So unplug that, and that's all good. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is the axle nuts off, so I could actually go ahead, or let me rephrase that. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that nut off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up my coil over, so that way I could drop the whole spindle down. So I'm gonna slide the shock out of it, so that way I can tip the actual hub and everything forward, so I could pull the axle right out of the center of that, and then that way I could actually just pop that out. I'm not gonna separate it, the counter shaft. I'm gonna keep it as a whole and just pull it right out of the transmission, and that'll come right out. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. This is the driver's side. I got just a lower transmission mount, so I'll go ahead and take the 2 bolts out of that, and then I'll replicate the same thing as the passenger side. The axle bolt off, unbolt my coil, so that way I could actually slide it right off the bottom of the coil over. And when I say that, I'm talking about this upper part of the spindle. So I'll take that big heavy bolt out, slide it, push it down, slide that off again, so I can tip the whole spindle outwards from the top out, and then I'll pull that axle right out of that, and then also do the same thing. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's the boot. So that's the other side of my trans, and I'll pop that out. Once the axles are free, then I'm good to go. And then it's always a good idea to drain it beforehand. I'm not gonna, because of where my drain is right here, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the axles out. All right, so I got the axles out. I got the oil level sensor unplugged. I got the so there you can kind of see where the driver's side axle goes into the trans right there. So now that we got all that out, the last thing I have to do down here is just disconnect that motor mount right there where you see the mount and, excuse me, the bolts. Alrighty, so I got the axles out on both sides. Now I'm just gonna start getting ready to disconnect the harness on the top side. Pretty much the way it comes up, it'll come up from like that oil pan sensor. All the wideband sensors, well, at least the rear ones are back there, so you could just unplug those. And then you got your this a purge sensor, so you could just unplug that. You got your VTEC sensors that you'll have to unplug, just like on the front side here. You have the same, pretty much the same exact plugs on the back side. Just now that I got everything unbolted on there, I just got to take off the plenum and the intercooler pipe, and then I can go ahead and take off the rest of the harness. All right, I got the upper portion of the plenum off. Now I just have to remove these Allen keys, and then once I take the Allen keys off, the adapter plate will come right off. I could detach. I got 3 vacuum lines here that I could detach. One's for the brake booster, one's for the purge valve, and then the other one is connected to my boost controller. So once I pull that out, take the plate out, then I can actually go through, unplug all my fuel injectors. There's the 2 knock sensors underneath the plate as well. All right, so we got the adapter plate off. So now come out of gasket, P2R intake plenum, the actual spacer for the plenum itself. All right, motor oil is drained, coolant's drained, the transmission fluid is drained, half axles are out, or the drive shafts are out rather. Radiator's all out, trans mount's disconnected. Now we just got to do the top mounts. All right, motor mount's disconnected. All set up on the hoist. We're gonna go ahead and lift it out. There we go, she's out. Kind of gives you an idea how the turbo's set up. And I pull it all out together, all in one shot. Wastegate. All right, guys. Well, we got the motor out, as you can see. I hope you guys enjoyed that little breakdown. Hopefully I didn't make it too stretched out too long. I didn't talk too much. I know there was like 1 or 2 parts where I actually, you know, I gotta keep that whole portrait landscape thing in mind. But that's pretty much part 1. We got the motor out, stuff like that. I'm gonna start, you know, putting a couple other things back on to the new motor, and I'm gonna switch a couple things like injectors and stuff from, you know, the motor I just pulled, and then I'm gonna put it on a new motor, and we'll get the install going. I hope you guys liked it. Again, if you could smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, hit the little bell, turn on the notification so you can stay up to date on all my upcoming content. And I'm gonna go ahead and just show you a little snippet of the new motor, and I'll close out with a little poll, and that's about it. I want to thank you guys for everything again. Thanks for following me. Thanks for the support. Again, any comments and stuff like that, please put them in the comment area. Shoot me an email if there's anything specific you want to see, if there's something you need help with, whatever it may be. Reach out to me. If I could, help out, by all means I will. Thanks again, guys. Take care.